On today's show, we have entrepreneur, technology investor, all-around good guy, and Radio Shack's newest Chief Creative Officer, Nick Cannon, joining us on the show.
We also have the 2016 CES Entertainment Matters ambassadors, iJustine and Joey Graceffa.
It is day 2 of CES. We're still alive. It's a miracle.
Barely.
But this is Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet and attendees of CES 2016. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm Ashley Esqueva.
And I'm Jeff Kanata, and we are in day 2 of CES.
We're in the thick of it.
Awesome guests coming. We have tons of tech to talk about. We've seen some really cool stuff already today, this morning.
Indeed. I actually saw a drone right over here in South Hall that seats a person. It is a huge drone.
I think that's just called an airplane.
No, it's got four copters. It's a quadcopter, and
Okay.
it seats a person in a pod, and they can take off and fly. I want it.
Is it a person that is a willing participant, or do you just capture people and take them with you?
It would be pretty amazing. You know, we're not quite there on tractor beam technology, but I really like the idea of getting that all together and just taking people from the sky and picking them up. But our guest is here. Let's not waste any more time.
All right.
I'm very excited. Everybody, please welcome technology. He is the Chief Creative Officer at Radio Shack. You might know him from America's Got Talent. You might know him from his music career. He's acting. He's in Chirac. He's also a tech investor and a geek. Please welcome Nick Cannon to the stage, everybody.
Cheers.
Thank you so
Nick,
much.
cheers.
Greetings.
Hey,
How
man.
you guys doing?
Hi.
Good. How are you
Good to
doing?
see you.
Good to see you.
You're such a tech enthusiast. You come with your own microphone.
I do. I just come
Right.
in handheld. This is how we do it. I feel like I'm hosting America's Got Talent right now.
Well,
Do you have any talent?
I hope so.
Everyone has talent.
Everybody does. Maybe
Yeah.
somebody out there.
Absolutely. Tech talent. That's what we're all about here at CES 2016.
Yeah, man. Have you
That's
seen
right.
anything great so far at the show?
Man, you know what? I have. I saw some really cool stuff. I mean, I love coming here every single year, but it feels like this year, it feels like everybody's all about, I think they're calling them, because they don't want to call them televisions, but they're more like they went beyond the television
We've
technology.
progressed beyond television.
Yeah, so they're calling them like hubs, or they're calling them portals, or they're calling them all these things because they do so much more than just being a television, because it's your device, it's your computer, it runs your refrigerator, it washes your clothes. So it's like
Yeah.
these giant screen devices that really control your whole office or your whole home.
Now the one thing I really love about you is this is your, I think, 7th year.
7th year here at CES.
You are a bona fide geek.
I am a nerd
You got
all the way.
friends.
Yes. You know what? I've always been a guy who's been into technology. I mean, even hence the job at Radio Shack and everything. It's really just something that's in me because I've loved gadgets. I've loved music, and I started off in electronic music, not in the sense of like EDM, but in that sense of like synthesizers, keyboards, drum machines. That was actually where I first learned to play the drums, was on an actual electric drum set. So all of that stuff was always interesting to me as a kid. And then obviously video games and stuff. And now that I've become an entrepreneur, I've had the opportunity to invest in a lot of things, software, hardware, all of those different things. So it's working out.
So do you come to CES as a potential investor, or do you come as a fan, or?
A little bit of both. I mean, usually I'm always coming because I have a product or something that I'm launching myself, but I get the opportunity. I mean, I've made so many great business deals here over the years. So I look forward to it each and every year because I get that opportunity to actually find new products, find new things to invest in, and find just different partnerships, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
So for me, one of the things that I always really enjoy reading about when you talk about STEM and getting kids really excited about STEM. And so I'm really curious as to how you might bring that into your new role at Radio Shack.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, when you think about what Radio Shack is and STEM technology, I mean, really it's education, but it's fun education. It's electronic education. And I personally, you know, because I was one of those kids that was diagnosed with ADHD, and it was always really difficult for me to focus. But then when you think about the STEM stuff, that actually is stuff that kids actually already innately are doing when it comes to video games and drones and coding. Like, this is stuff that, like, I have a 4-year-old that works, you know, all the gadgets better than I do. So, so it's something that's innately in them, and then it actually helps with mathematics and science and stuff like that. So here, what we're trying to do at Radio Shack is just encourage people. Yeah, this has always been the cool place where you can come and get your remote control cars and stuff, but it's also a way to learn everything from coding to how to put conductors together and all that stuff. So it's really fun because it brings that idea of what toys were all about to education.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that on the show floor, robotics that are geared toward very, very young children.
And it's the stuff that we always wanted to have when we were kids, like when you think about a drone and robots.
Build your own robot? Come on, make that happen.
I still want a robot. Like, I need one.
Like, the future is here. It's not the little Robbie robot anymore. Like, it's the robots that actually do things.
Yeah. Are you ready for the Internet of Things? Are you ready to connect your refrigerator to your TV, to your car?
I'm trying to figure it out. That's why I said, like, these these sub-portals or whatever they're calling them. It's like, I'm a little taken back from, like, I don't know if I want to be, watching my refrigerator. Like,
yeah, there's a refrigerator that takes a picture of all your food every day.
And then
they were showing.
I don't know if I'm ready, but I'm up for it.
Yeah?
I'm up for it.
You're
Let's
ready.
go.
So on a personal front with your social media, you're really digitally savvy.
Yes, I try to be. That is such a world that, I mean, I love it. I mean, I'm actually casting a lot of my television shows now. I'm casting Wildin' Out I've been casting it through the internet and through social media for the last few years, and where actually I have my app that I'm casting. Yeah, my Incredible app, and it's really a social media platform that allows people who are artists, entertainers, filmmakers, creatives to kind of load up their content and create this community where it's not, or even those days of MySpace where you're like, ooh, I want my stuff to be heard. This is actually a place where you can actually really be heard, and I'm actually casting shows through that. And I've created some great relationships with some incredible YouTubers, Viners, even digging into Snapchat right now, figuring out some really talented people to put them on a television platform.
Is there an app or a service that you think is kind of really up and coming in terms of content creation and sharing?
Oh, man, there's so many. Like I said, if anything, I would say my Incredible app. That's the one we want everybody to start to focus on. But, like I said, I've actually been amazed on how Snapchat is actually turned into a place where people are being discovered and actually can communicate, and people are making some great content. I mean, it feels like that same wave that Vine was a couple of years ago, that people are actually really doing some really cool things in that space.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the cars that they're showing this year at CES, I think, are pretty exciting too, right?
Yeah, and I think in a couple of hours, I'm taking the test drive in the self-driving car, so I'm a little nervous because I don't.
Well, if this is the last time we talk to you, we wish you well.
Exactly. So hopefully it doesn't drive me off too far, but I'm looking forward to that. Because last year I took it was probably just the virtual tour.
Right.
And it was nice, because I didn't move. I was actually planted, but now I'm actually going in the car. So let's see how that works out.
It's going to be actually, I think, safer than human beings driving you around.
Yeah.
So
there's no margin of error unless it gets into like some weird iRobot stuff and he just takes you off.
No.
Well, just don't tick the robot off.
Just hope Skynet doesn't turn on while you're in the car.
There it is.
You'll be
It
fine.
will be perfect.
Thank you so much for coming and talking to us.
No problem.
Is there, obviously, Incredible. You should definitely check that out.
Yes, definitely check out the Incredible app, spelled with the capital letter N and Incredible after that for my initials. And more than anything, we're just pushing forward and continuing to make content and continuing to make some great consumer products.
I love it. I think it's great that what you're doing to get kids involved too. That's really cool, man.
That's what it's all about.
Right on.
Thank you, and good luck with everything.
Thank
and
you.
have a great
Good to meet you.
CES. Thanks for stopping by the stage.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Thank you, everybody.
Nick Cannon, everybody.
All
We are
right.
going to take a very quick break. We will be right back with Entertainment Matter. Our ambassadors, they picked up the torch from you this year.
Yeah,
iJustine and Joey Graceffa will be with us, but until then, stick around. It's Tomorrow Daily. Welcome back to the show. We have returned, and we have two new guests on the stage, the CNET stage.
It's the ambassadors
Yes, can you
of
believe
Entertainment Matters.
Yes.
Okay, iJustine, Joey, why does entertainment matter?
Okay, well, do you not like to be entertained? First of all, so
Are you
I
not
think
entertained? Yeah.
So of course it matters, but I mean, this is the place where entertainment, pop culture, tech, everything sort of is combined in one, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
So do you, as ambassadors, have to physically greet everybody who comes in? Is that,
Yes,
hello,
everyone
welcome to
bows
CES
down.
2016?
You have to
Yes.
entertain everyone individually.
We do. We give high fives. It's great. It's amazing.
So you guys, the reason you were chosen is obviously you both have huge subscriber bases on YouTube. You are pretty much, I mean, you guys are everywhere kind of a little bit. You guys have really blown up and are examples of this sort of self-content creation becoming a brand, which is really inspiring to a lot of people out there who love to watch who you are, what you do, and what you're into. So here at CES, what are some of the trends that you feel you're really excited about?
Virtual reality.
Oh,
5,000%, yes.
Did you pre-order your Oculus yesterday?
No, I just found out that that's out and you can pre-order it. I actually had a developer kit like a couple years ago, so it's cool to go to their booth and see how far it's come, and it's not like a huge brick on your face now. It's like it's nice and sleek and looks cute.
They're all getting lighter. They're all getting more comfortable.
Yeah.
I just was all the way across town at the HTC booth and looking at the Vive and
It's
checking
awesome.
it. Isn't it great with
It's
the
so
front-facing
cool.
camera?
Yeah, well, it's really cool too because a lot of the things is you kind of lose your sense of space. So with these other newer devices, you actually have controllers. You can have tactile feedback and interacting with things in this fake world, and you can feel free to walk around because you're blocked off in the real space and virtual space. So having that sense of perception, it definitely helps.
Yeah, and the new controller has a dedicated camera button, so you push it, and it's like your hand has a photograph on it that's a moving picture of what you're seeing, and you can just hold it up. It's so cool, so cool.
Okay, so virtual reality you're really excited about. I agree. I think it's pretty amazing, and I'm excited. It's also odd how it's such a crowded space and nothing is actually available in retail yet, none of the headsets. What about you? What are you excited about? What have you seen that's really been like, oh gosh, besides you mentioned meeting BB-8.
I did meet BB-8. I don't know if it's the BB-8, but it was a BB-8.
I think we
it's-
have to admit.
It is.
There's
Look.
only one BB-8, just like Santa Claus.
Well, I think there's actually 4 or 5 that they used on the film. Spoiler alert. But I mean, there's so many things at CES, and I know you have dogs as well, so the pet tech is incredible. There's so many things that they're coming out to make your pet's life easier and the pet parent's life easier.
I think we're demoing potentially a dog video game console tomorrow.
I know. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. They have a really cool time-lapse video of it, and they show the dog going out throughout their whole day of playing with the game. It's so awesome.
Tech
It's
companies
so
have
great.
realized that not only are actual human baby moms excited about tech, but dog parents are like, oh my god, my baby needs this technology.
Wait,
It's
you
really
guys have
cool.
to explain
My
this to
dog
me.
baby.
A dog video game console.
Yeah, so I don't remember what it's called. I'm blanking on it, but it's sort of this little device, and there's different lights that light up, and the dog will hit them. And I believe,
treat.
You're a good dog. You're a good dog.
It's like a sign
You're a
that
good dog.
says.
Yeah.
Who's my little boy?
It's so great. There's also another thing that I saw. It wasn't here, but I think it's already out. It's like this little pet monitor where you can talk to your pet and be like, "Hey, sit," and you can give it a treat. But I mean,
it's PetCube.
Yes.
And then so I think PetCube also has a little laser that you can play with them, away from. Yeah, and they even have. I think last year they were doing a promo where you were able to play with a whole group of rescued cats in San Francisco. There was a cat rescue, and you were able to use the laser pointer and the controller and stuff, and it was adorable. But
yeah, drone tech. I mean, drones are so huge, and I think the problem that we're going to be facing, obviously, is now you're going to have to register your drones, and where do you fly your drones, and drone regulations, and don't be a mean person with your drone and go do crazy things. But there's so many things, and people, if you're not good at piloting a drone, that's potentially dangerous to a lot of people. So using Intel's RealSense technology, they're able to sort of sense that depth perception. So basically, you really can't crash it.
Yeah, and also, so we've talked about on Tomorrow Daily a lot of anti-drone technology, and it always amazes me that I was really surprised we didn't see a lot of this at CES this year, but I think next year we might see some. So law enforcement agencies, so for example in Japan, a drone landed on the roof of the Prime Minister's house with radioactive material last year. And so the Japanese police were like, we have to figure out how to get these drones out of the sky without being dangerous. So they actually put together a huge drone with a net underneath it, and it chases after drones that are in illegal airspace, and it captures them like
Ironically,
butterflies.
the dog video game controls it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they have dogs control. No, it's
Controlling drones. It's crazy. And then there's another one here that was developed here in the States called Drone Defender, and it looks like a giant anti-aircraft gun, but instead of actually shooting a projectile at a gun, it shoots a radio signal that interferes with the drone's flight, confuses it, makes it think, oh, I'm out of range, I should return to my master. And then it either lands safely or returns, so you can get it out of spaces that, you know, law enforcement might need to, like, fight fires. In California, we had problems with drones and fires and stuff.
And I know, like, with DJI, like, they have sort of like the no-fly zone, so they make it easy to know, I can't actually fly here. So I think it's just the awareness and knowledge of what you can do and what you can't do with the drones is super important.
Have you seen the drone that is able to carry a person?
Yes.
Have you seen this?
No.
This is the picture of it.
Oh, wait, I didn't see this one.
Wait,
no.
go inside
Okay,
it?
here,
It's
we
great
try
for
to
our
take
viewers at
this
home.
picture here on this camera. This is crazy. It's like the size. It's a huge
helicopter.
pod.
You
It's
can go
basically a
inside it.
tiny one-person drone copter. It's
That's
got
amazing.
four. It's
You can't call it a drone if
amazing.
it has a pilot inside it, right? That's
but
not
maybe,
a drone.
But maybe it's RC, I guess. It's like an unmanned it's a
So it's
manned
like,
aerial
hey,
vehicle now.
Hey, Ashley, I'm going to hop in the drone. Take me for a ride, and you
Yeah.
control me on the ground, and I'm like, oh, this is
That
terrifying.
would be awesome. I would
be
not be terrified. I would be like, this is exciting because I don't know how to fly. But have a friend fly you that knows how to fly drones.
Yeah, but I think this actually just might be a helicopter that's shaped like a drone.
That's what I think. That's what I was
like
saying.
the new Uber. It could be like,
No,
just show up at your house and be like, just hop in.
I had too much to drink tonight. I'm just going to hop in the thing, fly me home.
Listen, there's
You're sober,
have
fly me
you
home.
seen here in Vegas they have Uber Chopper?
Oh, I have seen those.
If you open up Uber in Las Vegas, they have, you know, UberX, black car, all that stuff, and at the end there's a Wi-Fi car, so some of the car services have Wi-Fi in them.
Oh, wow.
And then the last one is Uber Chopper, where a helicopter can come pick you up and fly you over the strip for a little while.
Well, here at CES, the traffic is terrible. So basically, I'm like, can I get the quickest car in the quickest location? But it is. There you go, use the drone. But I mean, I'm so glad that Uber's in Vegas now. I mean, it really is life changing.
It's really great.
So, as entertainment ambassadors, what do you guys think, as entertainers, as people who are consuming and creating entertainment, what is the stuff that's happening here at CES that's most interesting to you from that perspective?
We came across this like handheld. It's very small, like almost.
It was called the Osmo, which is actually made by DJI. I always blur those letters together. They just do not fit and flow off the tongue very well. But yeah, it's made by them,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
like a
the
steady
same company.
cam, like almost for vloggers, it would be great because it's great smooth footage.
Easy to use. It's got that little weight in
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it's really, really great for creators such as yourselves who are out and about doing things all the time.
Right.
In the sense of what you guys are doing outside of CES, I know that previously you guys worked together on a kind of a web series that you made, Fight of the Living Dead, right?
Yeah.
And but you're right now working on a series for YouTube Red.
Yeah.
And can you are you allowed to tell us a little bit about it? Okay.
So essentially, it's like a murder mystery. So it's going to be like kind of like Clue meets Survivor with a bunch of YouTubers thrown into a murder mystery scenario, similar to Fight of the Living Dead, actually, where the contestants aren't going to know anything about what they're going into, and they have to essentially live to the end.
Is this what I agreed to do? Okay.
Oh, you're involved.
Well, you know, there was some talk about it. I was like, wait a minute, is this the same thing? So I'm not going to know what.
Oh, you're going to
Can
know
I-
nothing.
As long as you're not the victim, that's
Can
the only.
I
That's the most
unagree?
important.
No, I think that'll be really fun. I mean, and doing the Fight of the Living Dead was sort of this really surreal experience
Yeah.
because it was like a living video game. I mean, you were in this. Everyone thought it was sort of scripted. I was like, that was not scripted. We were actually genuinely terrified.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to suggest it was iJustine in the conservatory with
an unmanned drone.
with an Osmos. Or no, I think that works really good. That's all the time we have. We're gonna let you go enjoy more of the show
Okay, cool.
and see everybody else who wants to talk to you guys. Obviously, super popular. Where can we find you on the internet? Because obviously, we want everybody to subscribe if they haven't already.
Yeah, I just seen everywhere online.
Yeah, I'm just Joey Graceffa.
Perfect. Well,
Thanks, guys.
Justine, Joey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Actually, that is it for today's show. We are all done. It was just
all
guests.
guests all the time. Lots more coming up there on CNET, though.
Yeah, we have a lot of great stuff. Stay tuned for all of our coverage. We're right in the thick of CES Day 2, and we'll have more content right here on the CNET stage live from Las Vegas. Thank you so much, guys. Be good humans.